Hello there, my lovelies. This is your yes or no reading. Any question at all, so any question that you would like. I want you to focus in now on your question. Focus in. And give that little like button a little tap when you've focused it in. When you've got it locked in your mind, give it a little bit of a tap. Now, I'm going to go through each of the cards and I'm going to give you some resonation cards as well so that you know this reading is for you, and just so I can connect into your spirit and to your energy a little bit deeper. But we're going to go through each of the piles very quickly first. Pile 1 here, we have got the number 1 in the roll down dice. Pile 2, we have got number 4 in the roll down dice. Pile 3 here, we've actually got a 3 on the roll down dice. And pile 4, we've got a 5. They're all quite low numbers today. We've got no natural 20s, unfortunately. We have got here on the letters for pile 1, we have got a D and a W. Pile 2, we have got a C and a S. Pile 3, I had to put this one down blank. There is a letter, but I was told to show it hidden. So we'll reveal the little letter for that one in the pile. But in the next pile. When we do the pile, should I say. But the one that we've got on show here is an E. For pile 4, we have got an O and we've got a P for your letters. Moving on now to the charms. For pile 1 here, we've got this charm here, which is the unicorn. Pile 3, I got drawn to get 2 charms for you. One of them is natural shell, which is this shell here. And the other one I got drawn to is this, which is a little starfish, a little pink starfish. Pile 3 here, we have got the Celtic symbol here. And pile 4 here, we have got this little pretty gemstone medallion. Moving on now to your gemstones, we have got the green one up here with the star symbol for the top pile 1. Pile 2, we have got here this little like corally kind of one almost with pinks and whites. Pile 3, we have got here, we've got this little pink rose quartz point. And pile 4, we have got this moon symbol. So again, pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most, whether it's a gemstone or whether it's card, whichever one you feel drawn to. If you haven't already, hit the like button just to lock in your question. And we're going to go to each of the piles now. The links to the timestamps will be in the description, will be down below. I'm going to go into it now. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, pile 1. So we have got today your gemstones and your charms. I'm going to move into a resonation reading first, just to make sure that you are resonating with this reading and also to allow me to connect further. But if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Give me permission to read for you by hitting that like button, and also to lock in your question, whatever question that you have right now. So we have got for your number, we have got number 1. We have got your gemstone here, which is this nice green one. We have got the letter D, which has number 2 on it. The letter W, which has number 4 on it. And we have got the little unicorn here. So we're going to get your resonation cards to begin with though. So how are you feeling at this particular time? Ooh. We have got the 7 of Wands here. A little bit overwhelmed, I almost feel like, but I almost feel like it's busy beavers, you know, very, very, very busy. I do feel like you are communicating with a lot of people. There's a lot of communication going on in your life, like you're having to relay lots of messages to people, you're having to communicate and contact back and forth. Many of this communication is more to do with like career, finances, that kind of thing. More serious communication. So not communication with friends, although I don't feel like you're locking them out, should I say. It's more that your focus on communication is more to do with your career, finances, and serious kind of financial issues or finances. So although you're not locking out friendships, like your main focus right now is career, finances, and other serious matters that you need to get sorted, and that's what you're trying to communicate with, and it's making you really busy because of that. I do feel like increasing your money or increasing your wealth has been quite at your forefront lately, and you have been planning and trying to decide ways to kind of improve your finances. So although your question might not be about finances, this is much more about like your mindset right now has been thinking about them. But we're going to go into your question in a minute, but don't feel like it has to be about finances. I just feel like that your question doesn't have to be about finances, but you are more focused on finances and your career than anything right now. So your finances or career or general kind of seriousness right now. So it is keeping you busy. It's definitely keeping you busy. I feel like you're quite a fun person though. You do like to have a little bit of fun. So this is draining you a little bit of not being able to kind of have the fun you were expecting or the fun you would have liked to. Like it's almost like a mentality of I wish I did have all my finances in order, all my stuff in order. You know, there is almost like this fear around it of going, I wish I had all of that in order, because I don't feel like I do. But what do you need to know about your question though? What do you need to know about your question? So this definitely represents you overcoming heartbreak, overcoming upset, and I feel like the answer to the question represents you of I want to move past heartbreak, I want to move past upset, I want a new chapter in my life, I want a new beginning in my life. And I feel like with the reverse of the death card, this is trying to combat that stagnation, that lack of movement, that kind of like feeling like my throat chakra is being compressed, feeling like I can't speak up for myself. This is like almost like opening a whole new door for yourself or a whole new beginning for yourself. So there is an element here of like going, you know what, I need a whole new beginning, I need a whole new start for myself. And I feel like almost like you're needing to kind of cut off from people a little bit and focus on what you need to get done and where you need to go from here. Because I do feel like you're trying to keep control of communication with everybody. You're trying to keep in communication with everybody. And sometimes we do need a little bit of chance to kind of step back from things and allow ourselves to kind of, you know, focus on what we need to get done, get our things done, so then we can go off and enjoy ourselves and spend time with family or friends we love or people we love in general. I do feel like though here that you are waiting for this, like I'm waiting for it, I'm waiting for this new beginning, I'm waiting for this restart almost. And I feel like the answer to the question is going to help you with that restart, or it's going to help to give you clarity around the restart. But what is the actual answer to your question? What is the actual answer to your question? So, it does feel like there is going to be some frustration here of you're having to take things slowly. You can't take action straight away. You can't push forward straight away. You're having to slow down. you're having to slow yourself down. And I feel like it's because if you don't, you'll just be spending good energy after bad. Sometimes we have to slow down, sometimes less is more. And I feel like in this situation that although it's not completely out of your control over whether this is a yes or a no, you still have influence, not just divine influence, but like physicality influence. Like you still have the ability to impact this, so some of your actions are pushing it one way or another. But I don't feel like for many of you it's more towards the positive or what you want. But I feel like here with the reverse of the King of Pentacles, there is this element here of like, if you kind of try and push too hard, you're just going to expend good energy after bad. And then you'll get to a point where you will be so exhausted by it all, you won't be able to continue, you won't be able to carry on, and you'll start to kind of feel quite stuck. And you'll start to feel quite like, I can't really progress, I can't really move forward. And there will be like this big issue here with, I don't really feel like I continue, or I'm scared that I can't continue, that kind of thing. But I do feel like this is a yes. Although there is going to be some issues with not being able to move forward as quickly as you want, and feeling a little bit like you do have impact over this, but you don't have complete impact, if that makes sense. Like you're trying to push it forward, you're trying to progress it forward, but you don't feel like you completely have that impact, so bear that in mind. But you're having to take a step back from this. Yes, you do still need to carry on doing what you're getting done. Like, I feel like you already have a plan of action, but you're almost wanting to go above and beyond that, and that's going to burn you out, so be careful about that. Be careful about burning yourself out. Yes, carry on getting the things done that you need to get done, because it is helping to manifest in the right direction. But don't put obscene pressure on yourself, because I feel like you're at the verge of starting to put more and more pressure on yourself to take more and more actions and do more and more. And sometimes we have to do less, sometimes we have to do less. But I hope that helps you out. And please do let me know in the comment section down below if you would like to claim this reading or reject this. As we always have power over our own lives, we always have power over the universe. We are master manifestors. You are a master manifester. Oh, and you've got a cat coming in as well, who decided to jump on the cat. Sorry about that. You are a master manifester, just as a confirmation with the cat deciding to descend. You can be like a cat. You can be like a cat, doing whatever the hell you want, whenever you want to. And you can change your reality. So don't feel like you're ever bound by any readings that I say, or any other psychic, because you always do have the ability to change your destiny. So even if it's not a psychic that's saying that to you, that you can't do something, you may have the ability to change your reality. So if you would like to accept this reading, and you'd like to confirm to the universe that you want to manifest this, you want to push this through, just type into chat in the comments section down below that you accept this. And if you don't want to accept this, just say that you reject this, and see it as a way to kind of change your reality and a way to understand the choices. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, pile 2. So this is your pick a card reading. So we've got, this is any question, yes or no. So please, if you haven't already, please just give the like button a little smash here. Smash that like button to give a confirmation that you're happy for me to do your reading today, and also that you have locked in your question. So focus on your question, choose whichever one you feel drawn to the most. It must be a yes or no, but once you have it and once you are happy with the idea of me doing your reading, just hit the like button, and that'll kind of confirm it and lock it in that you're happy with the reading today. Or you're happy for me to do your reading today, should I say. So, out of your charms here, we have got, number 1, we've got the 4 here. We've got the 4 on the dice. We have also got this little coral shaped gemstone. It's like pink and white. I keep on saying it's like coral, but it's not coral, but it reminds me of coral. And particularly this pile today, I'm getting drawn to say that over and over again. I don't have any coral, I don't think, but like, I don't have any coral, but I'm getting drawn to say that because of this one's very beach themed today. We've got this little pink here, little tiny pink starfish here. We have got here your little shell here. And normally I don't get a second charm, but I felt drawn heavily to this shell. And we've got the letters C and S. And that's a 3 on the C and a 1 on the S. So, we're going to get some resonation cards for you right now, just to help me connect into your energy and for you to confirm that this reading is for you. So we're going to ask today, how are you feeling right now, just in general, and about the question. Nobody's talking to me, and I almost feel like this is almost a mentality of like, sometimes I feel like you feel like when you get readings like this, people couldn't be talking to you. It's not for me. I'm not special enough. Spirit wouldn't talk to me. I'm not special enough. I'm not special enough. You focus on all the negativity. You're focused on all negativity. You should be focused on more of the positives. But you keep on pushing away communication, and it's almost like some of you almost have this feeling of like, I'm not special enough to have a spirit guide. You know, some people do ask me that sometimes and go, do I have a spirit guide? Do I have a spirit guide? As in for themselves, because they feel like they're not special enough. They feel like there's no way anybody in spirit would care about them, because they don't feel like they're, you know, what social media sometimes tells us that a spiritual person should look like. It's like, it's so stereotypical nowadays. Like, you go on TikTok or you go on YouTube and you see this girl, or even Instagram, you see this girl with wearing a pointy hat and has lots and lots of mystical looking objects, and you go, oh, that person's really spiritual, that person's really good, like, they must be really spiritual, they've got a pointy hat, you know. And that really doesn't matter. We can be spiritual in our own ways. We are all divine spiritual beings. And I know I'm meant to be doing resonation cards, but I really am getting drawn to tell you this. You know, you are a spiritual being as well. We are all spiritual beings having a human existence. We are all part of the divine. We are all connected to the divine. And we are all here to have a human existence. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget our own power. And I feel so sad for you, I really do, Pile 2. Like, it just feels like you need a hug. It really does. I would say either, depending on how you like to do it, either do some meditations about empowering yourself to feel like you are a divine being, that you are a spiritual being, deserving of divine love, or do it with affirmations or mantras, or whichever way you feel like, because some people get drawn to songs, other people get drawn to mantras, other people like yoga, you know, whatever way you feel drawn to, but you need to raise up those vibrations, because it really isn't fair to yourself or the universe knocking yourself down like this. Because when we hide ourselves away, we can't share what makes us special with the universe. So we can't share our gifts, our abilities, and what makes us wonderful to the universe. So please do take that. But we're going to get a couple more cards for you, but I get really drawn to do that. We have got movement forward here. So your life is moving forward. You know it's moving forward, but it's almost the imposter syndrome. It's almost like you feel like, although people are saying to you, oh, your life's going forward really well, it's going forward brilliantly, there's almost this slight level of imposter syndrome attached to it, of like, I feel like I'm an imposter, I feel like I'm not good enough, I feel like I am not in the right place, that kind of thing. But you do have positive movement forward here, but it's this imposter syndrome that is really kind of holding you back, so feeling like you don't deserve this or you shouldn't have this. So but please do take it as for you, like, especially if you're kind of sitting there thinking nobody would ever talk to me because I'm not special enough. This is a sign that you are special enough, so this is for you. So we're going to go on to what you need to know about your question right now. What do you need to know about your yes or no question right now? You're dealing with a lot of deceptive people right now around this, and I feel like it's almost like whenever you try and do something serious or take anything seriously, you have people being very deceptive, either literally undercutting you and causing you problems to stop you progressing because they're scared that you're going to outpace them, or you're going to get better than them or do better than them, or like them just putting you down negatively. And I feel like many of you are having that a lot. Like, you've had that a lot, particularly around this question, but not just this question. This is definitely about you regaining control. So whatever this question is, this is about you regaining control of your life, which I kind of really love here, that you're regaining your control, you're regaining your sovereignty here, and that is really beautiful. But do know that unfortunately, because you've surrounded yourself, or you've not necessarily purposely, but like because you are surrounded by a lot of negative people right now, a lot of negative influences right now, you don't necessarily see things from their perspective. You don't necessarily see things the way that they see them. And because of that, they try to kind of beat you down. They try and force you to conform to their way of being, but they do it in a very toxic way. They do it by belittling you, by telling you you're wrong, or trying to get you to cut out everybody in your life. So be aware of that, because I do feel like there is an element here of you having to overcome adversity and overcome connections with these people. So don't feel bad about letting them go, because life is like a handbag. You can only fit so much into it, and then once it's gone, once it's filled, you have to kind of just let it go. You have to just kind of walk away, and you have to kind of get to a certain point of going, you know what, I need to start going into a new direction here. I need to go into a new perspective here, and I need to go into a place where I start to move forward and start to head forward. One thing I would say though is I do feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to kind of cut ties with them. I do feel like you can get some pushback, but I feel like it is an important part of your journey, that you're going to have to let go of some of these people in order to bring in people that are more your new vibe. As you're raising up your vibration, you're starting to vibrate with new people, and people are going to do one or two things. They're either going to raise up their vibe as well and come to your level, or they're going to drop back down again and disconnect from you. And when that happens, we end up finding other people that will raise us up further or connect to us to a higher level of our spirituality and our spiritual being. So we're gonna get into your actual reading now. So is the answer to your question a yes or a no? Is the answer to your question a yes or a no? Anything else you need to know about this? So, I want to say ding 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 ding. You know, like in Vegas when they have those one-arm bandits and stuff, or those machines, and like somebody hits the jackpot, they put the quarter in, or they put the penny in. And they pull the arm down, and all of a sudden it goes to the jackpot and it goes bing 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 jackpot. I feel like that's what's going on here with you today, like bing 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 jackpot. And you're starting to kind of allow yourself to kind of enjoy that jackpot. Do allow yourself. I do feel like this is a yes, and allow yourself to enjoy this. I feel like particularly there is going to be an influx of money, like really, really good influx of money. Like instead of just surviving, you're going to start living. You're going to start to enjoy yourself really well. And I feel like you want this change. You really want this rapid change. And although it will come towards you quite quickly, it's almost like once your finances free up, there's going to be this rapid momentum with your money. Like it's almost like as your finances improve, it's going to be massive and momentous. But you need to wait a little bit longer yet with the Temperance card. So although when it does happen, it's going to happen quite rapidly, quickly, like a one-eyed bandit, like you win the jackpot at Vegas kind of thing. Like you pull the string and then boom, jackpot. I do feel like there is a little bit of a wait here, and I realise that is upsetting and annoying, but I feel like the real reason here for the wait is so that you can kind of shed your old skin, shed your old life, and shed those older people, either older or old people that really don't help you and really don't give you that kind of love you deserve. And you're having to kind of shed those first, because it feels like if you've got that jackpot of the influence or increase in money, they would kind of use that for their own devices. So sometimes we have to shed those friendships before we can move on, so we can really get what we deserve out of it. But do see it as a massive positive. You're just going to need to go through the transformation first before you get it. But as always, we always have the ability to change our reality. So if you don't like this, if you don't want to manifest this, that's okay. Just tell the universe now in the comments down below, I reject this. And if you do want to manifest this, if you do want to bring it in your life, just confirm to the universe that you do by just typing down below in the chat, I accept this. And I will see you again soon. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, pile 3. So this is your reading. So just before we start, just take a moment to focus in on that question again now. We're going to have some resonation cards. But if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button to give me permission to do your reading, and to tell the universe that you know what question you would like, and just to lock it in. So we're going to get started though. Starting with the resonation cards, but we're going to just go through just quickly what charms you've got as well. So today we have got the number 3. While you're on the dice, we have got here the little rose quartz crystal. We have got the little Celtic symbol of energy. And for your letters, we have got one hidden, and I felt like I couldn't show you this one until I did the pile. So we got the E one, and the hidden one was O. So it's an E and an O, and it's 1 and 1. I feel like many of you wouldn't have necessarily picked this pile if you saw an O for some reason, or it needed to be hidden for this time. So we're going to get your resonation cards to begin with, just to make sure that I connect with your energy and that you connect with this reading. So how are you actually feeling right now as a person watching this reading, just to help to connect to spirit and connect us together? You're definitely dealing with a lot of hidden emotions here, holding back your emotions, hiding your emotions. You're definitely a very emotionally connected being, but it's almost like you feel like you have to be strong, you have to hide your emotions, you have to hold back your emotions. It's like, I have to keep myself stable. I have to keep in control of myself. I have to keep in a stability of myself. I have to keep things stable, and I have to keep things together, because I don't feel like anybody else has time for me. Like, I'm the strong one. I will have to kind of keep everything together and hold everything together. So there is almost this element here of like, I feel like I have to just take control of things. I can't just allow myself to enjoy myself. I have to kind of take control of things. I have to take control of the situation, that kind of thing. But what is hidden, and I feel like this is your hidden emotion, that you want things to slow down, that you want to take a step back, balance out your own emotions and your own passions, because you do feel connected to them, but it's almost like you feel like you don't have time to really focus on yourself, or time to do that self-care, or time to really worry about your own emotions because you're so busy worrying about everybody else's. So there is that element here of being pulled back and being drawn back. So bear in mind with that. I'm going to go on now to what you need to know about your question. So this will be just generally, what do you need to know about your question at this time? So what do you need to know about your question at this time? What do you need to know about your question at this time? What do you need to know about your yes or no question at this time? We've got the Emperor card here. You're definitely going into your Emperor or Empress mode. Your mode of taking control. One thing I want to say is, with the Emperor card, the way that I differentiate the Emperor and the Empress still holds on to that a lot of, like, I'm really thinking about other people. I'm really considering how my chasing after my dreams, my financial goals, that kind of thing will embrace me and move me forward. Whereas with the Emperor card, there is a little bit of an element here of I'm having to take time out. I'm having to take time out for myself. I can't really concern myself as much on other people's emotions. They're not heartless, but there is this element here of, like, I need to put myself first a little bit. And I feel like that's what you're having to do with this question. To move it towards what you wish or what you dream of, you're going to have to put yourself first a little bit more. And with the reverse of the Six of Swords here, I do feel like this is almost like an element of you're going to kind of continue having trouble until you embrace the need for you to take time out for yourself. And sometimes in life that happens, where we get repeated cycles or repeated things happen to us over and over and over again until we finally listen. And I feel like, unfortunately for you, you're going to continue to get upset or pain or problems coming in until you choose to take a step back, until you choose to take a step away from it and go, I'm going to embrace what I need, I'm going to embrace what I want. And I do feel like there's this going to be a slowdown here of you having to focus on yourself for a little bit. We're going to see if there's anything else you need to know about it though. What else do you need to know about this? Very stuck as well. I feel like you are quite stuck, quite rigid. There's almost an element here of you overcompensate with things and overthink with things. And this, like, hyper focus of, like, anxiety, of worry is keeping you very rigid. It's not allowing you to flow. It's not allowing you to transform yourself. It's keeping you in this really rigid mindset and really kind of held back mindset. There's this level of rigidness to it, like major rigidness. I would say though, here with the Three of Swords, there is this element of it's going to keep on hurting you until you let go and let God. And sometimes when we are a very hard-working person, and we feel like we need to take care of everyone else, we get in this kind of mindset of, oh, I need to take care of everyone, I'm struggling, I'm really finding it difficult. And I feel like more than anything, you're having to take yourself out of that. And you're having to go, you know what? I should really take control of myself. I should really kind of focus on what I need and what I want right now, because that's really going to help me to move forward. It's really going to help me to progress. But I feel like many of you right now are struggling with that point blank period. You're struggling with that. You feel like you can't take control of your own life, and you can't kind of move things forward properly like you want to. So it is causing a lot of issues for you and a lot of struggles for you. And I feel like more than anything, this is kind of holding you back from what you really need to do or what you really want to do with your life. So we're going to go on to the question now. Is it a yes or is it a no? So is the answer to your question a yes or is it a no? Is the answer to your question a yes or is it a no? So I do feel like it is a yes. With a full card, there is some sort of like issue with needing to take a leap of faith in life, having to focus on yourself, as we discussed before. But with the Magician card, you have the ability to manifest majorly. You have the ability to manifest your dream life, to control the elements around you and control the energies around you, to manifest and create your dream life. You just need to become the High Priestess. You need to learn how to kind of balance yourself out, how to focus on yourself, balancing yourself out, and kind of pulling yourself into that kind of mindset. And with the Empress card here, I really feel like this is almost like you having to learn to embrace the Empress. You're having to learn to embrace yourself and embrace who you need to be. And that'll be really helping you to kind of gain that strength and gain that confidence and gain that clarity of mind that you need to trust your own intuition and trust your own ability. So, as I said before, you are a manifester. You are a master manifester. And I feel like more than anything, this is kind of making you kind of realize that I feel like some of you are more like almost on a druidic path. Literally, either you are druidic or you follow more of a druidic path of connected with the elements and connected with the earth and being one with the earth. And when that happens, unfortunately, sometimes when we are quite a caring and neutral person, we don't always have the ability to kind of push back and take that confident time for ourselves. We are always giving and giving. And at this moment, as you are trying to manifest, I know I'm going off kilter, but this is just channeling and it's pushing through. As you kind of start to realise that you have that ability to manifest, things will start to move forward for you at rapid pace. But I feel like many of you are kind of doubting your ability to do that and doubting yourself a lot right now. But you are a master manifester, so you have the ability to reject or accept this reading. Never feel like you have to accept anything anybody says or any reader, whether it's me or anybody else, says. You always have the ability to accept or to reject this. And just letting the universe know down in the comments that you accept this or reject this by typing I accept this or I reject this. If you wish to change the outcome and reject it, you can. But you have the ability to. It's just up to you. Your reading is starting soon, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to never miss out on another reading. Hello there, Pile 4. This is your pick a card reading for any question, yes or no. So focus on your question now. It must be a yes or no question. So focus on it now, your yes or no. We're going to go through your charms and we're going to get some resonation cards to begin with. These resonation cards just help me connect to your energy and you to connect to the reading and to make sure that the reading is connecting to you. So we have got the number 5 here. We have got the moon gemstone here. We have got here this little charm, which is like a little wire charm here. Some of you, I just want to say, like, this was given to me by a family member, and she gave me lots of little things that I use in this. And shout out to her, I love her very much, but I know she wouldn't want me to say her name on stream, but I love her very much. And she even gave me that little bowl there. She gave me that as a present once, and this belongs in my little charm thing. I have it in my charm thing, and I use this every day, obviously, from the readings. So I love her and I value her very much. So some of you may be very deeply connected to a family member, and I feel like that's the reason why I'm getting pushed for this, because also I've got my ring on, which is my grandmother's ring. When we are deeply connected to a family member and we feel that love and we feel that vibration, I almost wanted to cry then. When you feel that deep connection and that deep love, we realise that, you know what, this person is my lighthouse in the storm. This person is connected to me. I am helping them progress. I'm helping them move forward. And they are helping me move forward. And even if you're apart, even if you're far away, that love still continues on, and it vibrates out in all directions and all physicalities. So do take that, because I feel like some of you, the people that are watching this, you have a deep connection with a certain family member. So if you are feeling drained, if you're feeling down, just energetically reach out to them, think of a happy time you spent with them, and that'll really invigorate you and give you that energy that you need to continue on and to progress forward. So we have got here, your letters. I know I've gone a little bit off kilter, but it is what it is. We've got the O, and we have got here the P, which is your letters. So we're going to get the resonation cards now. So how are you feeling at this very moment? Other than a little bit loved, I feel like, from mentioning about the family member, because I feel like many of you have started thinking about that family member now that I said it. You do have this fear around not being able to manifest your dreams, but you have people around you who want you to. There's almost this element here of, I don't feel like I can achieve it. Almost this element of like, I feel like everybody surrounding me and everybody around me, they have such like not everybody, because we all have like people aren't like that in our life, but you have these people around you who tell you all these things about how that you're able to do these magical things or these brilliant things with your life, and how you're so good and how you're so brilliant, but you're like, I just don't believe that. I feel like they're wrong, or I don't understand why they think I can achieve all this, or why they think I'm so good. So you have all this self-denial about your ability to manifest or your ability to create. But with the Sun card here, I do feel like with the Sun card in reverse, this is because you've had a lot of heartbreak, you've had a lot of people that have pulled away when you've started to progress forward. And you do love on a deeper level than most. You love on such a deep level that when you do have these heartbreaks, it sets you back to such an extent that you almost never want to feel love again. Like, there is this element here of like, this is so painful, this is so heartbreaking, I never want to feel love again. I never want to feel this again. And it is very difficult. It is extremely difficult, especially with the Nine of Pentacles here. There is this element here of feeling like I need to just focus on materialistic aspects because it's easier. But don't give up on love, because yes, there is going to be some people who are not very nice, shall I say, but there's many other people that are going to love you in unconditional ways and love you very deeply. So do take that. And with the Hangman here, I do feel like with the Hangman, this is you doing a lot of self-improvement to embrace that. Although you don't kind of believe it, you are starting to try to embrace that, to almost like to use it to create the dream life and the dreams that you have, if that makes sense. But I'm just going to get some cards about your actual question now. Oh, those wanted to pop out, so I'm going to take those. What do you need to know about your actual question? Because that felt very much from spirit. There's almost this rush to this energy, like I want to rush ahead, I want to rush away, I don't want to look at myself, I don't want to think about myself, I want to, rush away. You have been trapped for so long, and when you've been trapped for so long, sometimes it can be hard to get out of the cage when the door's open. You almost have this expectation of the door is still shut, that even if the door is wide open, you have this expectation that the door is still shut. So although the door is open for you to progress, to manifest, because you've got so used to rejection, you presume that the door is still shut to you. What is hidden though is you do need to take a leap of faith, and I feel like your subconscious, your higher self, is trying to make you take that leap of faith, or is changing the situation so you do take the leap of faith. So it's definitely you're choosing to, but it's your higher self, your subconsciousness, is helping you to connect. And with the Three of Wands here, it's almost like you're slowly waiting for the right moment to take that leap and to take that progression. There is some healing still going on. There is some licking of the wounds, should I say, going on still. But you are starting to wait for that progression. You're starting to wait for it. You will be getting some connections very soon that will be helping you out. But it's almost like these connections are a little bit too underdeveloped or immature yet. And by that I mean like you're not quite ready to walk into that limelight or to walk into your dream life. You're still having to prepare yourself. Sometimes people talk about it like some people who win the lottery. I'm just using this example. Some people that win the lottery, they end up with no money within like 2 years. And it's because they don't know how to manage their money, they don't know how to take care of it, they don't know how to get it to grow. So they spend all this money on absurd things and in absurd ways, and it ends up they burn through all of their cash and all their money. And with you, whatever this is that you want to manifest or want to create, it's important that you do the self-healing first and the self-improvement first, so that when this does occur, it doesn't end up getting self-sabotaged or sabotaged by your own bad behaviour, basically. But we're going to go into your question now. So what is the answer to the question? Is it a yes or is it a no? Is the answer to your question a yes or a no? So I feel like there is still actions that need to be done on this to make this into a yes. I do feel like it's a no at the moment, not at this time. There's almost like there is some values that haven't been pushed into it, or you haven't really created your dream life yet. And there is this element here of there is more things I need to do first before it becomes a yes. There is some new techniques you need to try, or some new hard work you need to do to progress it, to move it forward, to manipulate it forward. And I feel like that, although it's a no yet, I feel like this will eventually turn into a yes, as long as you take the correct actions or do the correct actions. Like I said, there is some self-healing that needs to be done, so do be aware of that. But I feel like this will help you out a lot to progress and help you a lot to continue on. But as always, you are a master manifester. You have the ability to manifest the dream life that you want. And do not ever feel like you are constrained or conflicted and forced to accept a reality. These cards are meant to help you to understand the energies right now, but you do have the ability to change those energies. So if you would like to claim this reading, just comment down below, I accept this. And if you want to manifest another outcome or an alternative outcome, just tell the universe that I reject this, and it'll help you to kind of lock in your answers and help you to manifest whichever direction you wish. Alright.